Hello, hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Mrs. McLaughlin here, and I am going to go over one of our multiplication strategies that we have been learning in class so far, which is multiplying with area models. For this video, we are just looking at 1-digit by 3-digit numbers and then 1-digit by 4-digit numbers. The fourth grade standard is just multiplying either 1 by up to 4-digit numbers or 2 by 2-digit numbers, but we won't be getting into 2 by 2-digit numbers until next week. So if we are using the area model method, we are going to be working our way up to using just partial products, and I'll explain what that is here in a minute. But our first example is we are going to solve 6 times 329 using the area model. First, what we have been working on in class is estimating so that we can tell whether or not our answers are reasonable or not. So what we'll first do is estimate our answers so that we can tell when we come up with a product if it is a reasonable product or if we need to go back and look at our place values. So if we're estimating this, we're going to take 329 and just say whatever the closest 100 it is to, which is 300. So our estimate is going to be 6 times 300, which is 18 hundreds or 1,800. So we know that our answer is going to be somewhere close to that, but not exactly. So when we're working on our area model, we're first going to take our 329 and we're going to write it in expanded form. That way we can focus on just working with place values and making it so that we are working with basic facts and multiplying by tens, hundreds, and thousands. So we have 3 hundreds, and then we have 20, and then 9. From there, we're going to create our area model, which is also referred to, I've heard it referred to as the box method before. We call it area model, though. And then every time you see a plus sign for your expanded form, that's a section of your box. So every place value gets its own section that we're going to be working in. Since we're multiplying 329 by 6, 6 goes over on this left-hand side right here. And then we fill in the boxes to get each partial product. So what we're going to do for this box is we're going to multiply our 300 by our 6. So 6 times 300 is 1,800. And then we go on to our next box, and we're going to do 20 and 6 here. So we use 6 times 20, which gets us to our 120. And then after that, we come to our 9 and our 6 here, and we fill in 6 times 9, which gets us to 54. So now we have 3 numbers here, which are products because we multiplied to get them, but they're just part of the product that we want. So we're going to take each one of these partial products, since they are a part of the product, and we're going to add them together to get to our whole product. So we'll take 1,800, and then we'll add 120, and then we'll add 54. So all of the parts of our product will add together to get our entire product. So we have 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,974 is the answer that we're coming up with. So if we compare 1,974 to our estimate of 1,800, that's not far off. So we are comfortable with saying that that is a reasonable answer. So that's what it looks like when we have a 1-digit by a 3-digit number. We will also be doing this with 1-digit by 4-digit numbers as well. So for a second example, we can do 2 times 400, or I'm sorry, 4,234. So we'll start with our estimate again. And we'll say that it's going to be close to 2 times 4,000. So we want to look for a product that's somewhere close to 8,000. So again, we're going to start with our number here, and we're going to break it up into place value by using the expanded form. So we'll start with 4,000 plus 200 plus 30 plus 4. And then now that we know we have enough room for all of our values here, we can construct our area model box. And leave a space for every value. And then we're going to multiply all these values by 2. The way that we learned how to multiply by tens, hundreds, and thousands in class is just pulling out the basic facts and then putting them in the place value. So for example, instead of thinking of 2 times 4,000, it might make it a little bit easier for our students to think of 2 times 4, which is 8, but you're not really multiplying it by 2 times 4. Since 4 is in the thousands place, we want to put that 8 also in the thousands place. And then the shortcut to that is just the zeros need to match. So from there, we're going to go to our next box, and we have 202. So if you do 200 times 2, you get 400. And then you just keep on going to the next box over. So then you have 30 times 2, or 3 tens times 2 equals 6 tens, which is 61s, which is another way that we were talking about multiplying tens, hundreds, and thousands. And then you have your 2 times your 4, which is 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 partial products, or 4 different parts of the products. And if we add them together, we will have our whole product. Right, so when we add these up, being very careful to line them all up perfectly by place value, we'll get 8 and then 6, and then we have our 4 and our 8. So our whole product is 8,468. And if we refer back to our estimate of 8,000, those are close, so this is a reasonable answer. That's how we are doing the area model with 1 digit by up to 4 digits. Please let me know if you have any further questions at this time. Thank you so much for tuning in.